to New York City Community Group. My name is Niraj. I'm the meetup lead for New York City Meetup Group. I have around 15 years of work experience into ERP and integrations. Currently, I'm working as a principal architect at Slalom. Today, I'm not going to talk about any certifications or anything because I have a big list of ambassadors with me and people who have certified the certification. So I'm not going to mention about my certifications, but I'm a proud community member and I'm a MuleSoft ambassador. Next slide, please, Diane. Let me read out the safe harbor statement. All the speakers and the host, we are conducting this meetup in our individual capacity. We are not representing our employers here. Whatever experience, whatever learnings the meetup speakers are going to share, this is their individual experience. All the learnings will be their individual. They don't hold any responsibility, if the same thing's going to work in your organization too. Current meetup is not meant for any promotional activities. Next slide, please. So without taking further time, I will, hand over the stage to Deanne, who is my co-meetup lead for this event, and the person because of whose idea we all are here today. So I want to thank you, Deanne, for bringing such an amazing idea and bringing all of us together. Thank you so much. Now, stage is all yours, Deanne. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, a brainstorm, one little idea I shared with Niraj and it grew. So we're really excited to have you all with us today. We've just experienced Connect 2022. And what Connect is a MuleSoft event where we invite the partners, our sponsors, our customers, and as MuleSoft ambassadors in the MuleSoft community, we are also invited. This year's invitation list was a little bit tighter because of the space restrictions. So it was quite an honor to be there. And but there is another event coming up in San Francisco in September that will give you a preview about that is an open invitation. So this event was a little challenging for all members to attend. So we were honored to represent the MuleSoft community as ambassadors or mentors in that space. We shared and learned from each other's experience. We encouraged one another, and that's the beauty of it. And we're going to share that with you. Each of us is going to take a segment to share what it meant to us to be at Connect, the good, the bad, the fun, and what we experienced with that. Of course, we'll touch over that future event I mentioned to you about. Then we're going to play trivia. When we play trivia, that we give away 3 instructor-led courses. The courses that are accompanied with an exam. You also will have that exam voucher as well in your portal. So we will play trivia. So pay close attention to the things that we're saying and what we have available so that you can be jotting down some notes for those trivia questions. And then we're going to have a wrap-up Q&A type of thing after that. But before we get started, we've got a lady in the room who's one of the ones behind the scenes, and she keeps us going. She keeps us motivated to do things that we need to do. And Monday is her birthday. So we want to say happy birthday to Mariana. Mariana, happy birthday. Bring your camera on and let us say happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
Mariana.
Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday, Mariana.
One of many celebrations. Apparently, this is going to be reoccurring at other events. You did say your birthday is Monday. Yes, your actual birthday is Monday. You're muted. Yeah, I think she did say her birthday was Monday. So flood her email and Slack.
She's probably shocked. She's trying to find her button. Wait, what happened? Verify button.
Well, have a wonderful happy birthday. Thank you so much for everything you do for us. She is one of the ones that supports us to do what we do for you all. And we love you. We love you. And we can't wait to get our hats. Hint, hint.
on Mariana's birthday, even if you're not eligible for voucher, you can still get it.
Yeah.
So sweet happy birthday to you. Sweet happy birthday. And I can't wait to see the other plans coming up to surprise her. Now, a little bit about myself. I am CEO of Integration Quest, which is a subsidiary of Hague Software. Those of you that know Ryan Hague, he's a mentor in the community. He worked in conjunction with me. We've spun off a a company that also provides customized training to complement the MuleSoft training that is available, because we are all MuleSoft certified instructors. And it is our passion to bring you the best in the education space, whether it's on the MuleSoft side, as far as the MuleSoft proper classes, or whether it's an Integration Quest. I was nominated as a MuleSoft ambassador by surprise. That was quite a surprise. So thank you for nominating me, and I solidified that and became an ambassador, which I'm honored to be. I am also a MuleSoft meetup leader, where I do the Oklahoma City and the Healthcare and Life Sciences meetup group, a new meetup group. We debuted our first meetup last couple weeks ago. A lot of exciting things coming there. I am fully certified in MuleSoft and also participate on the exam creation board. So there are some exciting things happening in that space as well. But I'm sworn to secrecy, so I can't really tell you everything on that behalf. But anyway, fun fact about me is I do chase tornadoes. Not all the time, because there's not very many in Tennessee, but Texas delivered a tornado this year when we were on a storm chasing tour. Yes, you can pay to go see tornadoes, and it literally passed right in front of us. If anyone's interested, I'll be glad to share the YouTube video. It was pretty amazing. No one got hurt. It was in a field, but yeah, that's what I do for kind of excitement. Other than that, I wanted to share with you what we did to prepare for Connect. So going into Connect the night before, here's me. I shared this with the team, and the guys didn't quite really understand the importance of doing a clay facial before an event. This is really important. Our skin needs to be like ready and all this. But Jim, he shared what he was doing beforehand. So it's kind of like, okay, so Jim, now, that looks really good. And the cupcakes really like sealed the deal. Jim, tell me about this.
Well, it's a bakery in New York, and we were so one of the fun things that I got to do is I got to bring my daughter with me to she's 19 years old, almost 20, and she got to kind of hang out in New York while I was doing work stuff, and so she went off and found cupcakes for us. So it was a lot of fun.
Man, I'm going to trade that out for my clay mask next time. Okay. You gotta keep me posted on what's going on with these things, but all in fun. Brian, had made mention that he needed all the help he could get. We already told him he was gorgeous, so it was just like a lot of fun before the event to communicate before we all met face to face. And then going into it, we had that opportunity to meet face to face, and I'll share that in just a minute. But something that hit me about our structure is, we promote API-led connectivity in MuleSoft all the time, and that API-led connectivity is what creates an application network. Now, I'm not going to go into any details on, training. I won't switch into my instructor mode, but it just occurred to me that that's what we do. We are Muley-led connectivity. The Muley-led connectivity is what creates the MuleSoft community network. This is us. From the levels, so those of you who didn't know what the levels are that are in the MuleSoft community, anyone can join the MuleSoft community. We encourage that participation. And as a result, we want you to participate in the meetups. We have the meetups, and many of us are meetup leaders. You can request to do that if you'd like, or if there's a city that is not part and represented in the MuleSoft community, please look into that, because we're always growing. And then as you progress along in that, you can either nominate yourself or nominate someone as a MuleSoft mentor. And the mentors participate in the forums, as well as helping one another as we grow and as you grow in your career. And then of course there's the ambassador level that most of us in this meetup are that are speaking are members of. And so it's a great community. We all make connections together. And of course, if it weren't for our systems, we have our systems down below that connect us up to keep us on track for what we need to do in the community. The Sabrinas, Coco, Mariana, Rebecca, Isabella, and of course, it wouldn't be complete without Alex. I know Alex is an employee now, but she's still a source of us to connect to. We all love her and miss her. I don't know if she's in the room with us today or not, but this was an idea as we were progressing along that how the parallel runs true between both. And moving forward, we want to recognize also Sabrina. She did get a new title at this event. She is now Queen Sabrina going forward. So if anyone needed clarity on that, she does make connections. She was so busy behind the scenes. She facilitated much of what we experienced at Connect. And you can see the pictures and smiling faces all across the various collages here that really are reflecting her work that she did behind the scenes, with help, of course, the Rebecca, Coco, Mariana, and anyone else on that team. Hats off to all of you for the behind the scenes work that you do to bring all of us together like this. A little bit about the takeaways I got from my event was, of course, meeting you all face to face, putting a face to a name. Of course, we meet each other all the time through video, but it's not the same. We got to actually touch and hug and, really laugh together. It was just wonderful. That was probably one of the most highlights of my experience. Meeting with Brent, Anya, and Elizabeth, as well as Sebastian. They're all executives with MuleSoft, of course. CEO, CMO, and Elizabeth and Sebastian on the training side. Those are the people that I work with, especially Sebastian. And it was great to communicate with them, meet them face to face, and experience the MuleSoft culture. They really care. They really listened. And I'll let others speak to attest to that. They really did listen to our feedback. So that was really encouraging. And of course, I had a bodyguard with me. He comes with me wherever I go, which is my husband. And he is really a bodyguard, retired, but he was also present to make sure I was safe. He even scoped out the event the day before to make sure we were all safe. So hats off to Captain Bob, who was right there with us to make sure all was safe there. So anyway, had a great time there with that. We were literally on top of the world. We also did a live piece for the Women Who Mule. And there's a little clip here of the Women Who Mule. Angela was the watch party on that, and she guided us through, which was really a lot of fun to share, and caught Miguel off guard, and he just impromptu spilled all kind of valuable information that was, words of encouragement to Women Who Mule, as well as all genders. So it really was exciting to catch him and many of the other ambassadors who waved and said hello. And you can go to the Women Who Mule meetup group and see that video. It was a lot of fun. We were able to pull together and say it's live from New York, Connect 2022 together. So that was fun. My interview with Anya was amazing. You can see that recording as well. But I will tell you this. I did propose Maxine as a mascot for Women Who Mule officially at this event. So we'll see. Hopefully that does happen. It was a lot of fun nonetheless. And I was taken by surprise. A true treat of the whole event was some of my learners that have been in my class found me there. And I was honestly humbled to tears to have them embrace me and tell me how much they learned and what they've been doing with what they've learned now. 3 of the group had already been certified. They passed their certifications and future plans for other classes. So yeah, that was really cool. Quite humbling, all said and done. So next I'm going to pass the mic over to Servan. Servan, you with us?
Yes, I am.
Hey,
Please,
good
then.
morning. There you
Sorry for
are.
being late. Yeah.
And if I'll go ahead and switch over to your slide and just let me know when I need to
Sure.
change, okay?
Sure. Hello, guys. Thanks for joining on the weekend. And as you know, I am Shravan Lingam. I am working as a MuleSoft architect at Millennium. Right now, I am working in Canada. I moved from India to Poland to Canada now. And I am also MuleSoft ambassador and MuleSoft meetup leader for Hyderabad, India, and Toronto, Canada. And yeah, I am all certified developer and architect. And yeah, my hobbies are always, to write some articles or do some blogs or videos. So that's where I'm a technical writer, speaker, and a trainer. And yep, I am the owner of MuleSoft Tech Zone, which is my YouTube channel, and you can find me all on social media. And if you have any doubts, you can reach out like www.shravanlingam.com. It's just about, advertising about me. So, well, yeah, you can go to next slide, Diane. Yep. So coming to key takeaways and learnings, I would like to say that 2 years back in 2020, I believe, it was MuleSoft Connect where I presented my topic, but it was all virtual when I was in India. I never thought that I would be coming to US to attend this event and meet everyone in person. It just happened like that because my entry to the event was even not finalized just a week before because I have seen some visa issues and all. But finally, I was able to make it. So thanks to MuleSoft community and Sabrina especially for making it happen, and to see this awesome MuleSoft community members. Yep. And meeting everyone in person made me feel like I'm still alive, because 2 weeks sitting at home I'm not a work from home guy, guys. If you ask me to come to office on weekends as well, I am ready to go. Okay, I'm not a work from home guy. Okay. So I felt really alive. Meeting with Brent, it was, I never expected that I will be meeting someone, the CEO of a company, and along with fellow ambassadors and mentors. It was great meeting with him. We got like very good time to share our feedback, and the way he interacted, it was never expected. So that is what I liked a lot. And yeah, so many of them, when I was there at the event, many of them came to me and asked like, "Are you that Shravan Lingam?" I said like, yeah, I'm that Shravan Lingam. And I felt happy that they recognized me. And yeah, it was a fun meeting, not only from MuleSoft community, but people from different companies. And yep. And I was excited about RPA as well. We will get to know more about RPA in coming days. But yeah, something is going to change soon. And yeah, there was a event that I was hosting called Battle of Graphs, which is data graphs, where I was hosting an event. I thought like, I'm not too bad in hosting an event, but I'm not as good as Danny, so I have to learn a lot from her. So yeah. And major takeaway is the pictures and memories. Guys, people are asking, Shravan, did you come to MuleSoft Connect to attend the events or to take the pictures? To be honest, I came to take the pictures. I was just searching my pictures. I think there are around 700 pictures that I have taken on my mobile. So all those beautiful photos on LinkedIn and all are from my mobile. So big credits to me, guys. And
Sorry to
yeah,
interrupt. Sorry to interrupt you, Shravan. So me without Shravan, 20 pictures overall. When Shravan was with me, 200 pictures. So that tells.
yeah, guys, you can see those beautiful pictures over there. I really love them, and I suggested few, as Manik said, the guys with most pictures. Manik, you are no less, right? You do have.
I need a crash course from you.
Yeah. And at the end of the event, we had this 3D kind of videos. It was very super fun, and definitely it was worth. And I felt really happy, which this is what I didn't expect because of various reasons, because I didn't think like I will be making it to the event. But yeah, I felt really happy meeting everyone and the community members. And yeah, that is my college. So yeah, with all those beautiful ladies and of course gents as well.
Oh, you need to say your saying that you said on the Women Who Mules
Yeah,
video, because it did not come through.
yeah.
So I think you need to address the women of Women Who Mule and say what you said on that video for us now.
Unfortunately, it was not recorded, but it just came out of my mouth. Like, I thanked all the women over the world who are making MuleSoft more beautiful with your beautiness. So I really
Ah,
thank for what you are doing, guys. Thank you.
thank you. Isn't that sweet? Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you. So
Thank
now
you.
it's recorded, women. You have it there. Okay. We
Yeah.
bring beauty and facials before events, right?
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Yep. Thanks for the opportunity,
Excellent.
guys.
Sarva,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Meet you
Next.
soon again, like few more slides later.
Yeah, you do come back in. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. He's going to be doing the trivia game for us. So
Yes.
fun stuff
He's the
ahead.
most important guy.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Okay.
Let's
Next, we're
go.
going to turn the mic over to Jim. Jim, you are up next.
All right. Hey, guys. Like Niraj, I am a MuleSoft architect at Slalom, and I am a Houston MuleSoft meetup leader. As I mentioned at the beginning of the call, we're going to have a live meetup. We had a live one in June, but it was just kind of to test test things out. This one in July, we're going to have, it's going to be awesome. Mariana is going to be here, and I'm so excited about that. And let's see, I'm a MuleSoft ambassador this year. I got, like Diane, I got the call and I couldn't believe it. Like Sabrina told me, hey, would you like to be an ambassador? I about fell off of my chair. So because, I look at all of the people that are that were ambassadors last year and for the past few years, and it's just such an amazing group of individuals, talented. They love this stuff. And they're passionate about it. And I've tried to follow that. And I guess it worked out because, I got the call and I was shocked. Certified MuleSoft with all of these different certifications. I don't count my Mule 3 anymore, Diane. I don't know.
It's valid. If it's valid, you can count it. I do not have that one, so you got an edge up on me.
No, so the cool thing about certifications is I've been able to work with the certification team at MuleSoft, and that's been just such a lot of fun, and meeting a lot of the people that are on here, as well as just some other very talented individuals in the training group and in the certification team, and it's just so much fun. Fun fact about me, I roast my own coffee. I buy green coffee beans and I roast them. And I also play the guitar, and sometimes I do the both at the same time because it's boring. You just throw the beans in and let them roast. So my passion is music, and my I grew up playing trumpet, and that's not very noise friendly when you're in a house full of people. So playing the guitar became my new passion. All right, go to the next slide.
I think you should blow the trumpet before the meetup for Mariana. You can play.
You
Happy
really don't
birthday.
want that. Yeah, no. All right, so I actually added a couple of more bullet points, but first thing to me was there's more automation coming, and there's more products to enable everybody in the, not just IT, but everyone. And that's part of the RPA stuff that we're talking about. Hearing all of the people that came up after Brett in the keynote, we're looking at a platform that can take organizations and enterprises to a completely different level. We've all heard the terms over the past years about consumer, or community. Let's see, what is it? It's community integrator. Or I can't remember we're not using that anymore, and I think that it just kind of fell off. But the concept is still there, right? Like this concept of putting in the hands of the business people that need to do this integration, putting in their hands things that can let them do it, and do it safely, and do it in a way that doesn't make IT's job any harder, right? Like, I mean, how many of you guys have dealt with a business that has all of their business in spreadsheets and stuff? I mean, it's just it's difficult, and it makes our jobs harder. This is something that has the potential to make our jobs easier in IT, and I really am excited about that. Also, people are a lot taller, guys, when you meet them in 3D. Like, you guys wouldn't guess, but Diane is 6'3". And so it's pretty amazing. The other takeaway for me was listening to Adam Grant, and if you guys haven't read his books, I highly recommend reading his books. This is one thing that I couldn't understand was there you go, awesome, Shivani, yes, bringing the Adam Grant book to real life here. He threw up this slide, and I didn't really understand this slide, because I read step one, and the more I thought about step one, I just, I didn't, I wasn't sure, what he was talking about, because I just kept thinking about step one, and, this, taking a moment to think about yourself. So, I don't know if that makes me a narcissist, Diane, or anyway. He was a
you're
very
just
funny guy. He was a
absorbing the
very funny
concept.
guy. You know, I think the other thing that stood out to me, that's really not on here yet, is data graph, and how, you know, how to work that into the architecture, into architectures, because it's a little bit, you got to think about things a little bit differently from an experience perspective. And so I realized when I watched you know, Shravan's battle of the graphs, and then there was also a one of the sessions was about data graphs, and it really kind of made me think that I need to study some more stuff about data graphs, because I think there's some cool things in there that a lot of companies are missing. And then the last thing is really kind of going a flashback to Diane's earlier screen about connectivity. You know, what we really saw was Conway's law, like almost in real time. Like Conway's law, you know, it says that the organization, or how a company is organized kind of will dictate or mirrors the way that an architecture is put together, right? And what we're talking about here is connectivity and integration of different, you know, different components, and building that application network. And so it's natural then to kind of think, and Diane, I'm so glad that she, you know, thought to put this in the form of a slide. It mirrors, we're mirroring what the organization, you know, our organization mirrors very much what the architecture looks like. So it's really Conway's law in real time, and I love that. So that's all I've got. I'll stop jabbering, and because, you know, Diane knows I can talk for days.
Well, you still need to tell us about the pictures too.
Oh yeah, no.
This is your collage.
Well, yeah, no. So this is, I'm thank you. I'm glad you threw this back up, or this up. You know, I loved getting to hang out and meet Miguel. Obviously, that was a thrill. But I also got to, you know, a lot of my colleagues. You know, I said I worked for Slalom. I haven't even met these colleagues because of COVID and being in different parts of the country. And so the picture on the right are all of my colleagues that I, you know, work with on a day-to-day basis, that I finally got to meet actually in New York. Probably, you know, I love all of these pictures, but I really love Matt McClarty. So the picture I got to take with him, I was thrilling, because you know, for those of you guys that don't know, Matt and Mike Amundsen, they host APIs Unplugged, and it's a fantastic you know, podcast. And so a little plug for APIs Unplugged. They really get to the heart of architecture discussions. It's not techie necessarily at the level of coding or anything, but they host so many different people that talk about their journey, and it's just fantastic. So getting to meet Matt was a real treat.
Wonderful. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We did there's a LinkedIn live interview with Matt, also, where we're talking about the future of integration. And
Yeah.
it was a pleasure to meet him. He's very fun. And
And just such a smart guy.
Mhm.
You know, he just has this broad vision that is that's so great to kind of listen to, because it makes you listen to, you know, it makes you think about things. And actually, you know, Miguel, I'll call out a Miguel LinkedIn post at the risk of running out of time. You know, Miguel was talking about reading books and reading these authors that have been, you know, out there, and they've thought about this stuff. They've researched it. It's not a fly by night thing. It's not like oh, I just woke up this morning and I thought that this sounded good. No, these guys spend their entire life and their careers researching, studying, talking to other people, and then putting it into print. And Matt's one of those guys. Mike Amundsen's one of those guys. You know, Gregor Hope is one of those guys that inspired Ross Mason in the development of MuleSoft. So You know,
Wow.
the more that we can learn about our history, the more and from these thinkers that are putting this stuff in print, it just can't, you can't say enough about how much that can help your own thinking. So
Agree.
that's all.
I think the more we look back at where we've been, the journey. I've done a evolution of integration, and a lot of the learners in my class appreciate that, because when we really can see where we've been, it helps us to navigate and appreciate where we are, but also where we're going. Yeah, very good, very good. Thank you, Jim, so much. I appreciate that. Shivani is up next. Shivani, passing the mic to you.
Oh, thank you, Diane. And it is amazing to see all of you in person and now on this meetup. I mean, come on, this is a great suggestion, Diane. And it was amazing to see everyone in my favorite city. I am Shivani Marrero. I have 25 years of IT software and engineering experience. I love helping clients. I love seeing, like, walking into a company and then seeing their spreadsheets and then converting them into either MuleSoft and Salesforce together or some creative new solution. I love doing that. And I'm a MuleSoft meetup as well as a mentor. And let's see, what did I learn?
Sorry, did I need to go back? Did I flip too soon?
No, that's fine. This is good. So one thing I learned, and I loved seeing our customer 360 booth at MuleSoft Connect. And guys, this booth also existed in Salesforce World Tour NYC a week ago. And what this means is, I mean, we all know APIs are everywhere. Everybody knows that data is everywhere, but how you use it makes a big difference. And I have to tell you that I have used so many of your videos on YouTube, your suggestions and everything when I'm implementing solutions. I even reached out to Shravan one time. I'm like, hey, I need help with this. Come on, help me out here. So if you're out there in the community, feel free to reach out to us, because we love helping you and we get help from each other. So please be involved and reach out. One other thing I noticed this year, which is since Salesforce made an investment into MuleSoft, they have been promoting MuleSoft. But this year, it felt like MuleSoft was the attention of the event, even for Salesforce and, of course, MuleSoft Connect. So this was really amazing takeaway for me to know that, going forward, I made a decision, go from IBM to MuleSoft in my career a few years back. And I felt like that was the right decision. I'm at the right place at right time. I mean, this is where it needs to be. And now that the automation and RPA tools are coming out, I can't wait. I can't wait to use them and give that benefit to our clients. And I mean, that was a cake. And meeting this guy, it was like a cherry on that cupcake, Jim. It was amazing. I never thought that I would read this book. It made such a big impact in my life. And then suddenly I was standing next to him. I wish I had taken a picture, but Shravan, you weren't around. I didn't get that picture.
You guys have to learn a lot.
I know. But you know what? It was really cool to get that 360 picture. Diane, you can move over to the pictures now.
Just one thing I wanted to say on the previous slide, Diane. Just on a lighter note, Salesforce investment into MuleSoft products, don't take it on your heart. It's just what Shivani thinks. So don't put us under some copyrights or some issues. It's just a takeaway that Shivani was mentioning. So this is on a lighter note.
Yes, and it's of course my opinion, guys.
Yeah,
Yes,
this is on a lighter note. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Neeraj. And I wish I had taken more pictures, took Shravan's advice, but these are a few of the pictures I got on my phone. And I don't know where our 360 picture went, but I know we did it. I saw it on social media somewhere.
I have it. No worries.
Oh,
share.
great. Oh, I hope you share it. But thank you. It was amazing to see all of you in person. And I look forward to registering for Houston event and other events because this is amazing. We're going to stay in touch and continue growing this community.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's really been great. So much. It was wonderful to be in your space. Let's put it that way. And I think that's where everybody is really resonating that same comment of all together. And next, of course, my hero who recently helped me out big time on a meetup that I had someone at the last minute could not present. And Manek just grabbed it and did a fantastic job. So you will always be my hero. And so we're going to pass the mic over to Manek. Go ahead.
Thank you, Diane. I'm happy to help you there. So, hi all. My name is Monik. I have like 15 years of experience in the IT industry, and I have been in the Mule community for a while now. I believe I have seen every community effort that was launched since the beginning of the community. So I have experienced all of that right when just Sabrina, Marshall, and the Dave were there, and then the dog started, then the forum, MuleSoft champions, up to like ambassadors, mentors, and like all those efforts. So I have witnessed all the all everything that happened with the community there. So happy to be here. I am a senior architect at RBI Consulting. I'm also a MuleSoft ambassador and a meetup leader for online group and Wilmington DE group. Just a fun fact: online group was existed before COVID and everybody went online. It existed right from 2016 or 17, I believe. And you can say that is out of my laziness of driving to like 1 hour from my city to the nearest one. It's like, no, I don't want to drive. I want everything online. No, but that was a good idea. I think it helped to reach out so many people and create so much content. Then I'm also MCD1 and MCIA. Looking at all of you, I have a pressure of getting to the all certifications thing. It's in the queue, so it will happen soon. Right now, I'm vacationing in India, so don't expect anything for next 1 month. I'll be back soon, and then I'll get into it. You can always reach out to me from monik.mother.me and my blogs from javascript.com, also on Twitter and GitHub. So any connection is always enjoyable, like because I always enjoy all of that. Could you please go to the next slide, please? Thank you. So yeah, like everyone else said, Connect was definitely a great event. I have been to Trailblazer DX also. That was the first event after the lockdown, and this was like a second. So we are still looking for more in-person event to get back to the pre-COVID era, right? So making more connections with the community members, seeing more people, talking to them was definitely the first thing on everyone's mind, like everybody said before me, and everyone probably attests to that after me, right? No, yeah. So that was first part of main takeaways. I met so many good guys. You will see that in the pictures too. Not as many as Shravan, but few. Some of the good things that I heard and learned there, definitely Adam Grant, probably everyone already said that. That's also what I seen there. The good thing that I seen there was the announcement about the June 2022 release, right? Like it's an RPA or the composer or UAPI and Universal API management. All those announcements really add into what is coming up in next few months and also what is coming up on the horizon, right? Like learning all those things is definitely a takeaway. RPA, I haven't played with it, so that is something on my list now to get access to and play with it. There's RPA manager. Probably we need to figure out how we can get access, but that's something on my list to get and play with it. Data graph is another thing. I saw someone playing with Battle of Graphs, so that was exciting. Learning more about data graph, what is coming up in there, how the new features are coming in there. That was another thing that was good. Right? Universal API management, I really like the community events, everyone's LinkedIn Live, and I was fortunate to be part of one of them where I talked about Universal API management along with Samir, the product manager, and also I think Jim, not Jim. Sorry. So we were there, and that was a good event. So we talked about universal API management, how you can put that into your industry, like how you can put that into your organization, where all the time the question was, I have a legacy API, what do I do with it? And now I have a modern APIs, how do I bridge both of them? How do I migrate my legacy into the new one? How do I do a step migration in there? So I'm sure this universal API management is going to solve some, if not all, problems in those scenarios. So I'm excited to go and learn more about it as we proceed into the year. I think there are more things that are coming up in the pipeline. So keep your eyes and ears open. Look out for the release notes. That would be awesome. Okay, so these four pictures can tell you I definitely need a crash course from Shravan, because I have these four pictures and some pictures where I am not in those pictures, but still I took them. So, anyways, so we had amazing thing at the Connect after Connect party that bought a picture with Shravan and me. That was fun. There was a platform to take a 360 picture, and I think we hogged on to that for 30 minutes, right? All of
Mm.
us
Yeah.
doing different poses, different combinations, everybody trying to get on that one, trying to get pictures. So that was a really cool one. And then obviously I get to meet Diane. I get to meet everyone, but I got to take a picture with Diane, and I can tell you that was not my idea, it was her. Otherwise, I would have missed that one too. So thank you, Diane, for that idea, and same thing for Shivani and others in the picture. I get to meet Subhash, Ritvik, and Shravan, Miguel. I get to meet him again, so that's a good thing. So
Yes,
yeah, that
it was
was
great.
definitely a great event, and I think since I'm vacationing in India and the MuleSoft Mumbai forum happened to be in the next week, I'm gonna attend that. So if anybody around planning to be there, I would love to see you all there.
Excellent. It was so great to see you in person. And yeah, we all did get on that platform. It was a 360 camera, and we all tried to get on that platform and did succeed. It's so much fun. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's like
That's me in the
what?
butterfly picture
We
that
are missing. We
Siobhan's
are
sharing.
missing this.
But no, it's so great to see you in person as well. And so thank
And
you so much. Great job. Next,
yeah,
we're
and
going.
Danny,
we did
before
ask that
going,
photographer before hopping onto the platform that will it break if we all try to stand on it?
That's
And he was
right.
like, no, that's fine. You guys are fine. Just go and try it.
Danny, before
Yeah.
going to next slide, I would always like to say, like, writing blogs. I got this inspiration from definitely from Java Streets, which is owned by Manik. I told him as well. So thanks, Manik, for all the contributions you're
Oh,
making.
thank you. Glad to hear
Ah,
that.
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
And next, we're going
Yeah.
to pass the mic over to Nisha. Nisha, go right ahead.
All right. Hi, everyone. And thanks for joining us today. Thanks for being here. And thanks for having me on the call today. Just as introduction, so I lead our MuleSoft practice at Accenture. I'm a managing director at Accenture. I've been there now for, it'll be 24 years in September. So yeah, I would say my journey with MuleSoft actually started just about 2.5 years ago. That I was in other areas and working on in different spaces, always in the digital space and always around. Well, my background is all enterprise mobility and all of that, right? But yeah, so I really did start to get. I took on this role, I should say, about 2.5 years ago, and one of the things I always highlight and talk about is, well, I've had the opportunity to work with many partners over the years, right? I'm talking the big partners, SAP, Google, all sorts, Microsoft, so on and so on. But when I started working with MuleSoft, I think it was the first time that I actually, saw that there was this amazing community out there of all of you who, are so passionate and are so active and are so collaborative, right? And I'll tell you, even for someone like me, as being a managing director, I mean, you won't believe it, guys, but you actually do influence and educate and enable people at all levels. So I thank you for all of that, and really appreciate all that you do. So Awesome for all of you. So I'm also an ambassador, mentor, all that stuff there, and I've been around for a while. I know we've got to move on. So, oh, and I do lead the Women Who Mule meetup. So thank you to everyone who supports us and joins us there. All right, let's go on. Just in the interest of time, I think many of these were already covered, but absolutely the highlight was meeting people in person. As I think, Jim, it was you said that, even just meeting my own colleagues, people that I've been working with for the past 2 years, and I haven't even been able to meet them in person, and finally starting to meet them, and people we talk to every single day, right? So that was great. Clients, all sorts of MuleSoft people, product managers, field folks, account executives, so on and so on. Really had the opportunity to meet everyone, which was amazing. The breakfast we talked about, the keynote, hearing from Adam Grant. Yeah, it was always like I think Shivani, you were saying, someone I've seen and kind of not formally followed, but I knew of him and saw him, and I was surprised actually to see him at the keynote. So that was really awesome. We had some panel discussions, which are really great. And I think just hitting on the Salesforce Ohana vibe, I think as I talk to people too, even those of you who've been around MuleSoft for a while, I think, now that they're part of Salesforce, you really start to feel Salesforcey, and it is a different feeling. It is a different vibe. And of course, automation. I think I'm almost tired of hearing about automation, but yes, that was a highlight of Connect this time. And I absolutely know we'll be hearing more about that as well. And I'll just wrap it up there with my collage. Yeah, again, just had an opportunity to meet with many people. We had the breakfast, we had, where we all got to speak with Brent and Eric and the team. There's Miguel on stage, talking with Brent in his golden hoodie. And then, yeah, some of the panel discussions. The view was amazing. Even at the Glass House, the event itself, we were overlooking Hudson Yards right there. And then, of course, the post event as well. We were 101 stories up. And so that very right picture is over the glass floor thing there, right? And you can look down 101 stories down. I know a lot of people were afraid and did not want to even consider looking over it, but I don't know, I'm kind of fascinated. So it was fun. But anyway, those are my and literal takeaways. There was the design and the architecture, the design in the space. It was all very florally, and there were leaves and everything there. And there was a woman there who did that. She designed all of that. And I don't know if some of you saw, but she was kind of sitting off at a table there, and she was actually making the leaves and everything that she put up there. And so I got, I have a lot of plants at home, and so I was fascinated, and she let me take some of these, so it was really cool. But anyway,
that's neat. I saw her, yeah, and I was joking with her that would actually be a good plant for me. My plants sometimes suffer a drought, but yeah, and that's the whole culture, the feel was very, very ease, very relaxing, very nice.
Yeah,
great.
So
awesome, Nisha. Thank you so much. And next, we're going to introduce and pass the mic over to Miguel.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me today. And I love you guys. That was well, I'll go to the highlight in a minute, but let me start with saying I really like that Jim re-emphasized the importance of reading books, and he mentioned something very important, knowing the history of where things are coming from. And I'll tell you why this is very important, although it might seem unrelated to technology. But I mean, if you know a bit of history or philosophy, I'm sure everyone has heard the name of Socrates and Plato and Aristotle. Well, Socrates taught Plato taught Aristotle, and Aristotle taught Alexander the Great. So you see the line, and then from there, from the top authors and your own experience, you can build upon that and create great things, and just become better and better. And so now let me go with my introduction. I lead the LATAM MuleSoft practice. for OpenLogix, and I'm a principal solutions architect. A lot of people know me from because I'm in the community. I'm always chatting with everyone. But I mean, in my day-to-day work, I mostly work with MuleSoft professional services, and then in MuleSoft professional services, I do a lot of things from leading Catalyst Launch projects to auditing platform architecture and solution architecture reviews. I'm an advisor assisting other and mentoring other architects in different projects within MuleSoft professional services. Sometimes you see me supporting pre-sales teams and leading Mule 3 to Mule 4 migration. So that's why I'm ultra busy when I'm not posting something on LinkedIn or chatting with some of you on WhatsApp, like Monique. Sometimes I bother Monique on WhatsApp. I'm a MuleSoft ambassador. I'm a MuleSoft meetup leader. I started in Dallas, Texas, like on a whiteboard, brainstorming topics about. At the time, we were philosophizing. I love philosophy. Philosophizing about API-led connectivity and microservices and REST and how to solve problems. And then it was so much fun before we started recording videos. So I was less careful about how I presented information. It was so much fun. I've been developing enterprise applications for 18 years, and I started coding when I was 13. So do the math, 28 years of coding experience, I guess. Next slide. So the highlights. Well, of course, I love talking to everyone. I completely forgot about taking pictures or getting an autograph from Professor Grant. I met them all backstage, and I had an opportunity to talk to Brett Taylor and Brent and all the MuleSoft and Salesforce leaders. Had some amazing conversations. And it was great to see that how leadership are truly passionate about what we're doing, and they understand, or not understand, they know and acknowledge the power of our community. They were so impressed with how powerful the MuleSoft community is. And then that was awesome. And then what else? Uh, I got the opportunity to talk to a lot of people and learn more about the challenges in the ecosystem. I talked to a few customers about their integration and digital transformation initiatives. That was like amazing to hear, like how customers started to get the idea on how to monetize their data, how to automate their processes end to end. I mean, I've been telling people a lot of times, like in every project, hey, don't look at projects just from like in a silo. You need to look at this thing end to end. You know, you put like a MuleSoft. Okay, you got MuleSoft already in the middle. Like now you can scale, you can do all these things, but then your backends cannot scale. So you know, so I got the opportunity to preach this to many CIOs. That was amazing too. And then what else? I guess what I love about Professor Grant's message is that he talked to leaders about the importance of being open to receive feedback. You know, like in my experience, there's a few leaders out there that they don't accept me on LinkedIn because I may have say something, you know, and they didn't like it. And I say, okay, well, it's the only way to grow is to be open to receive feedback. And I guess that's oh, what else? The collage. Next thing, fortunately, I was able to collect a few pictures. I met so many great leaders in the community, and I was able to see, well, you can see we have Shravan, we have Manik there. Manik, I haven't seen you in a while. Well, I always think like I haven't seen you in ages, and then it just happened that I saw you a few months ago, right, at TDX, right? And then we meet. I said like, man, when was last time we had a drink together, right? We have Queen Sabrina, Coco, and Jim, of course, and many other awesome people in the community. And again, I think my highlight is that I just had a lot of fun talking to everyone, laughing, talking about different experiences. And then unfortunately, I missed many of the sessions because I was busy talking to people. But one thing that caught my attention was the automation again. But I'm about to post something on LinkedIn. Stay tuned. Actually, I posted something, but I don't think it came across the right way, so I'm reposting it. So my own experience with automation as a sort of citizen integrator, although I had the technical skills, right? But I want to post something about it because I think it's super powerful. I think MuleSoft is moving in the right direction, and that's why I'm so invested. I mean, to Shivani's point, yes, you are in the right place. So thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Miguel. Great to have you. And again, thank you for your impromptu message to the women who mule and touching lives. Everywhere you
Another
go,
highlight.
touching lives. Oh, yeah. We
Thank
caught
you.
that already. Yeah. Thank you. And there is a Women Who Mule meetup that is coming forward as a result of that. So again, the connections continue. Connections continue. Yep. Thank you so much. Next up, we'll pass the mic over to Barnes. Hello, Barnes.
Hi, Diane. Thank you for passing the mic to me. It's hard to follow Miguel. I tell you, that's put me somewhere else next time. Yeah, definitely. Listen, I'm a MuleSoft leader. I'm MuleSoft certified. I've signed up for the level 2 certification. I'll get that knocked out here shortly. In my day-to-day, I'm active as a solution architect, MuleSoft solution architect, working with large clients, and have my own consulting company. And I added something, a fun fact. I play the drums. Look, there's one of my 3 drum sets back there.
We almost have a band.
We do. Jim and I could get together, and we could start it off for sure. He plays guitar. I know we need somebody that sings. That's not me. That's for sure. You can move it to the next slide. I'll talk about. Listen, it was so great to see everybody, to be in person. First time I've actually spent some time in New York. I've slept on the floor of JFK before. I did that once, but I've never spent real time there. So this was great, being together with everybody. That you just cannot replace the in-person, right? You just absolutely cannot replace it. I'm sure many of us are on Teams or Slack every single day, interacting virtually, right? But it's not quite the same. And was fortunate enough to be out at TDX earlier this year, and now at Connect in New York, and just feel very, very fortunate to be a part of this amazing group of talent that we have here. Some of the highlights, of course, having breakfast with MuleSoft CEO Brent Hayward. I mean, wow, how great does it get? One of the things I enjoyed while also being there was connecting clients with some of my contacts over at MuleSoft. So RPA is who knows where that's going, but it's got so much potential. One of their main use cases involves mainframe. So connecting a potential case study client and MuleSoft there, I think suggesting how we might do a case study on that. I think that has a lot of potential there, and just all the in-person networking and interaction, and then leaving there energized, right? Leaving there energized. And we can do that locally as we come out of this time of pandemic, where we all hunker down as things are opening up and we start transitioning back to in-person meetups. I know some areas have started doing that, and we're going to be doing that too in my area as well. You can leave those, if you go to these in-person events, you can leave there energized and fulfilled and ready to tackle on your next project. And then there's a great picture Diane took of us, and on the right is when we were at the top, and I think it was Nisha showed a picture of the glass floor, and everybody was coming up to, they were saying, what is going on over there? I said, there's there's one of those glass floors where you can go down and look down. I said, it takes a real man to go and stand on top of that. And they're like, so you did it? I was like, no way, I'm not doing that. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. And so and I want to make sure, so I'm going to wrap it up. I want to make sure we have time for the prizes and stuff. So just thank you for letting me be a part.
Barnes, it was great to meet you. This is our first meeting, but we just had so much fun cracking up about certain things. We have some
lot of
common
fun.
friends, and but it was great meeting you,
Yep.
and your energy and excitement for future events. Looking forward to that.
Thanks, Don.
Yep. And next up we have Larry. Larry, passing the mic to you. Where is Larry? Larry is
Let's
with
all-
us. Yes.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
There
Hello.
you go.
Mhm.
Yes,
There we go.
Larry, go right ahead.
Hey, good day. Thanks, everyone for joining. It's awesome to be here. So I'm my introduction here. I'm an integration architect with Sagicor. Been working with MuleSoft for maybe 7-8 years now. It's quite an improvement, I think, from what we used to use previously, and it's enabled us to do a lot with the project now, with the product now, and I think MuleSoft is using any major project now for any integration we need between the systems. So it's been a good journey. I am a MuleSoft mentor. Uh, Honored to be chosen for this. Meeting Sabrina there, and she chose me to be a MuleSoft mentor and my co-worker. And it's been an excellent journey. Allowed me to meet quite a few of the people here, and actually was the reason I was actually able to speak at Connect as well, right? So that's been excellent. I am a meetup leader as well. Meetup leader for Barbados. Barbados is an island in the Caribbean, probably most well known from the singer Rihanna, originating from there. And that's why everybody seems to know. We hosted our inaugural meetup a little earlier this year, and second one being planned for a little later this month, and the third one will be virtual, I think. So anyone that's interested can join and see what it's about. When talking about certifications, I'm MuleSoft certified, and I saw everybody putting fun facts and random facts on here, so I put my own here. I'm teaching myself how to draw. Once again, I used to be pretty good back in the day, but now I have kind of trouble drawing the eyes on stick figures. So I'm hoping I can meet this goal this year. You go to the next slide there. There we go. Some of my takeaways from Connect. So I met both new and familiar faces here. I saw Monique. It was good meeting him again. We met Monique at TDX, and he actually, on our way out, he actually treated me for breakfast because we met at the airport. So we had breakfast on our way out, leaving that event. So that was cool again. Met Diane at last. So, and funny story, me Diane and my colleague, we spoke, I think, for about 10 minutes maybe, I think, before Diane realized that she knew us from before.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
So yeah. So yeah, that was good. Saw Miguel again, but I think we got Miguel's attention for only like 5 minutes. Like everybody, he was in high demand there. So it was like 5 minutes talking to Miguel, and then he was off. And I met Jim Andrews as well. So we've been in sessions online together. He's actually worked with the certification team with Jim as well, and then a couple of people. He's always very knowledgeable, very well spoken. So it was good to meet the legend at last. And Sabrina, we got to meet Sabrina again. Anyone who's interacted with Sabrina knows that she's a kaleidoscope of energy and fun. She's a born community leader, I think. I think if you ever met someone who's so perfectly fit for their job, I think that describes Sabrina. Breakfast with Brent. Everyone has talked about this, so I'll be quick here. That was excellent as well. We met a lot of the people here, and others in the community. As Dan has said, he listened carefully to some of the feedback we give. He's very approachable. I think yes, CEOs need to be very charismatic, so he had that quality. And another thing that caught me, he was also very tall guy. So I think anybody that had to take pictures with him, he actually had to take the picture for them and kind of hold up the camera. Otherwise, you'd be kind of looking up his nose. So that was good. The keynote.
He's only 4
with
on camera though.
honestly, the keynote was good as well. Adam Grant. I've listened to he has a podcast called Work Life. I don't know if everyone here knows it or not, but he has a podcast called Work Life, and I've listened to some of his episodes before. It's quite interesting. So it was good to see him presenting live. And often we have people who are speaking who don't have that energy or are hard to listen to, but he was very good. He was excellent. His content was good. So that was one of my moments there. I enjoyed that speech from Adam and the rest of the MuleSoft team as well. And most importantly, on that keynote, the Golden Jacket himself was on stage. So that was also a moment to to cherish. I don't know if Mr. Golden Jacket heard that, but good to see you.
I will see you in Barbados, man. I keep telling you. Actually, Larry and I will work together again at a project with Sagicor.
Correct.
So it's always a pleasure working with you. But
Cool,
yeah,
cool.
I will go see you in Barbados. So
So,
stay
but
tuned.
your trip, definitely. Um, RPA. So RPA and Composer is the next thing. There's a presentation on RPA, and I would have seen one. So it went to TDX previously as well. So I would have seen a presentation on them before, but that presentation is very interesting, especially to us, because I think there are a lot of and RPA is robotic process automation. Loves to automate a lot of the uh, uh, maybe legacy systems or other systems, kind of integrate them with other platforms you have. So RPA is interesting because I think a lot of enterprise companies have older systems in their environment, older legacy systems, whether it's the AS400 or something else. And it's actually one of the things we've been looking at in order to expose some of that functionality, reuse some of that business logic that's been built up over the years in those older platforms, and allow them to connect to newer APIs or other systems. So that presentation was very interesting for us. And speaking at Connect, so and Sabrina worked hard on this as well to give us a couple of sessions there for speaking. So we got the opportunity to speak on stage, an off the grid session, basically speaking about customers' experience with the platform and your growth over time. So it was excellent. We actually hung with the presenters, so we got into New York the day before, and we hung with the presenters, Thomas Cozzolino, the night before Connect. So that was cool. Got to know each other and shared stories over drinks. So that was cool. Another funny story here is that when they went to present, when we went to speak on stage, I was saying, had a little shine, I might have a little shine on my head because, to be fair to admit, public speaking gives me a little bit of nerves, right? So I had a little shine on my head, so I asked for a napkin, and I guess they couldn't find any, so I ended up getting my makeup done in the back. So it was
Oh, good for you.
so it's quite
Good for you. That's why I switched to your collage because it shows where you're speaking. So I wanted the picture to represent that. So you had hair and makeup done at the same time, yes?
right, apparently yes. um, can you switch back a second? Sorry, I was what was the other point? The after party, right? um. Oh, sorry. Let me finish the speaking at Connect. So this I was a little nervous, but the actual presentation went pretty well. The hosts were good. Uh, we went through quite a few things on our journey. We spoke with another the head of I don't remember his role actually, a guy named Greg that works at RBC, head of wealth management or something at RBC. So there's a couple of us on stage. We spoke. Um, it went well, and actually one of the reasons you can know it goes well is that you can see the feedback from the audience. They kind of nod along with you, when they agree with the point or understand the point. And after the speech, people came up to us and asked us questions about challenges they're facing. So it was a good session. And the after party. So the after party. So it was at the peak, as I spoke to before, 101 stories up, is it? The view was incredible. The entertainment was amazing, including the bartenders who themselves, I don't know if you probably don't have any pictures here, but even the bartenders were entertaining there. And one of the things I like to say is that me and my colleague, who you can see in the picture here in this collage, whenever we travel, well, not whenever we travel, when we go to conferences and things like that, we often end up complaining about the food, right? And it's saying the food is bland. So we're from the Caribbean. Yeah, and it's saying the food is bland. We're accustomed to something a little more spicier, something a little more seasoning, right? So we end up saying that, but at the peak, at the after party, it was amazing. So kudos to whoever the chef was. That was an incredible experience.
It
Everything
was.
we ate was 5 stars.
It really was, and it seemed like, no sooner did you get done with one thing, they were coming by with something else that was like incredibly great. Like,
Yep, yep. It
oh,
was amazing.
yeah. Oh, Larry, we so appreciate it so much, and we're kind of watching our time here, and but it was great to meet with you in person. I did not bring my Ryan. I loved how you said, "Where's you forgot your Ryan?" I've told Ryan that numerous
You
times. So
did.
cute. Maybe, hopefully, next events, but pleasure to have you. We're all coming to Barbados, FYI, for the next
Any,
ambassador meetup. Okay.
anytime.
I'm looking
And
for Airbnbs already. So
yeah, excellent, excellent. We appreciate it. It's been great too. We missed Anderson also. So, but next we have Anand, and Anand is from down and under, the land down under. Go ahead, Anand.
Thank you, Daya. I think I have a feeling. Am I the last one? I think Neeraj might have pushed me deliberately. I have a feeling you might have a hand in that one too, just to make sure I don't slip away and sleep.
Right. So evidence there. Right.
I'm just joking. But yeah, in a serious note, thanks for inviting me and then letting me be part of this one, this meetup. Yeah, I think as Nisha mentioned a while ago, I think the community is what actually drives everyone and inspires everyone. So for me, I think personally, that's what the community is actually for, like pushing each other, helping each other out, and I ended up having all the certifications, which is good actually. Yeah, I'm a co-founder of Blue Loop in Sydney, Australia. In a day-to-day life, I work with different kind of customers, helping their vision in the integration APIs and stuff. I'm a MuleSoft mentor. My hobbies are playing. I'm a sports person. I like playing tennis, soccer, and cricket. I play for a club here. Like traveling and reading books, not fiction. I can't. I just definitely go sleep if I read fiction. So, yeah. The fun fact for me, I think, was a few years ago when my little one was 3.5, I think, or 3. So he was asking me what I do for work. I said, connect the dots. That's what I do. And then he was doing drawing at a daycare. And then he was telling his teacher that, oh, this is what my dad does every day. so, so, yeah, anyway, that was fun.
That is so cute. Great.
Yeah, sometimes kids surprise you a lot. So, yeah. Yeah, for me, I think that everyone spoke about the key takeaways from the technology landscape and what's the MuleSoft vision and how they're going to help in the future as well. So for me, I think that I had a spent good amount of time with the head of automation in the ANZ area. And we spoke about different use cases that are really going to be exciting. I can't wait for it to be available on top of what actually MuleSoft is good at it, which is APIs and integration. The other best one is in person. I haven't been in any event for the last 2 years, which is kind of very refreshing for me now. Meeting other community leaders and the MuleSoft ecosystem in a whole. also a circle of success, which I was having a discussion about new ways of working, which kind of, I think I would like to give one point that I was very interesting during the discussion, was the sharing. Like, because of these challenges that we've been through for the last 2 years or so, and the community spirit is what actually brings everyone together, because you open up a lot and then you share. So that's what I like about MuleSoft community too. Thank you so much for everyone who's being part of this, and also the party. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should mention it. Yeah, definitely.
Now, your party was different, right? Because you were on at the facility. Where did you all have your after party?
We at the facility. It was fun. Except that I couldn't have my collage because I don't have Shravan or Neeraj or anyone to take the pictures. Next time I'll try to steal them. I'm just warning you.
I should travel now across the globe.
Yeah, you should.
You should.
I've tagged you now. I've tagged you, so be
If
prepared.
Shravan goes to Sydney, like Opera House will be like, Shravan will have 500 pics on the Opera House, different angles.
We're going to lit up the Opera House or the Harbour Bridge that we
Yeah,
have.
the Harbour Bridge.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Thank you so much. We're going to pass the mic back over to Neeraj. Neeraj, you had not shared yours. I know that you want to share a little bit here. And then we're lined up for trivia right after that. So here we go.
Thank you, Deanne, and thank you so much, community members and all the dear ambassadors, mentors, the whole panel. I want to accuse everybody. I put my key learnings and takeaway in the beginning, and everybody, copy pasted from my slides. Just kidding. So,
true story. True story.
But what I would say is I don't have much left to say because everybody has covered everything. But still, since I prepared this slide, so I'll just. For me, MuleSoft Connect was a dream come true. I never attended such a big event in person in my life. So being in person was a fantastic experience. I want to thank Sabrina Hockett for inviting me personally there and making all the arrangements. Thank you so much, Sabrina, for that. The day kicked off with breakfast with MuleSoft CEO Brent and the CRO with my fellow ambassadors, mentors. Great beginning of the day. Learned a lot about MuleSoft culture. Came to know for the first time why MuleSoft is so strong. I think it comes from the top. They care for the feedback. They value your work. They ask you questions. They answer your questions. So that was simply great. Then Connect Studio, I never thought I'm going to get that kind of exposure. It was a lifetime experience. Sitting with a young leader, Parth Shah, this senior marketing manager, it was a great discussion overall. I don't know, if I had any similar experience in my 15 years of career. Now, if I talk about Shravan, Deanne, Jim, uh, Shivani, we were talking a lot from last 2 years, but we never met in person. Like Shravan is the person who helped me in starting my NYC meetup group because he was my first speaker, and he was the one who made me aware about different roles, responsibilities, and how to upload the slides, how to do the recording, how to push the recording on YouTube. So Shravan is the one who helped me there. So Shravan, thank you so much for that. It was great to meet everybody in person. And the best part was blessings from the top contributors like Miguel. I got an opportunity to meet with Manik, then Gaurav Khetarpal. Like these all are big faces in the community. Then day-long learning sessions, booth visits. I played a game with Shravan. I know I lost it. Then the closing event was nice. Standing, discussing what we understood, what are the key learnings, takeaways from this event. I think Sabrina blessed me with another opportunity on the same day. overall, I would say it was tremendous experience. Next slide, please, Diane. So I have prepared this collage. I'm very bad into these kind of things, but I have tried my level best to be as much creative as I can. So my first photo is with Brent that I captured right after the breakfast. Then the second picture where I'm sitting with Mr. Parth in the Connect studio, I captured this photograph in this format just to impress my daughter because she says her dad is a hero. I don't know why, but so I thought, okay, let me take a heroic picture when there is light, camera, action, and sound and everything. So I requested the team there to capture a photo like this. Then I was blessed to meet with my team, like my slalom team. I recently joined slalom. It was great experience to meet with the top leadership within first month. So the third picture is that. And even Sahil, like who is clicking this selfie, he motivated me to sit on the or stand on the glass, like I was like a little bit scared in going on that particular side of the glass building, but he motivated me that, hey, don't worry, you're not gonna fall. Then this picture with Sabrina is all-time favorite. Then I think Nisha shared this picture where all the ambassadors and the breakfast panel is there. So thank you so much for sharing this picture, Nisha. And then the another cute picture. So that's all about my experience. Without taking more time, I would hand it over to Shravan to proceed with the trivia.
Neeraj, actually, can I just before we do that, can I just say 2 points? So
Yeah,
one,
sure.
I just want to share, and I know this is all personal, my own personal feedback, but in my position, right, I do get to meet regularly with the leaders of MuleSoft and also with Salesforce. And I think some of what you guys mentioned, the leaders are extremely caring. And as I mentioned, I get to work with leaders of other companies too in the past. And I think what's different with this team is that they are very caring. They're very down to earth. They're very humble, right? And they're very smart. But they do listen, and they're very supportive, and humble to the fact that at the breakfast, I know everyone's talking about meeting with Brent, but the other person that was there was Eric Eichenschleiders. And I don't even think he properly introduced himself, but Eric is the Chief Revenue Officer of MuleSoft, longtime guy at Salesforce, and his job, or one of his primary jobs, is that integration with Salesforce. So, we have the opportunity to connect with these folks. And this goes all the way down, to the product teams and to, I'm not saying everyone is awesome, but most of them are, right? But the point is that it's a really, as you said, Neeraj, that it's from the top down. And I think, for all of the community, just know that the work that you're doing, the community that you're part of, really is this, wonderful community, all the way up to the top. And then the second thing I just wanted to say is that even though, like, I'm with Accenture, we've got Slalom, there's, there's everyone, right? Like, we're all different partners within this community. And yes, we are competitors, but at the same time, again, this community allows us to collaborate together and support one another as a community, which is really nice, right? I mean, I've met all of the other practice leads and all the other at my competitors, right? So I mean, we all share like what our kind of common experiences are, what our common challenges are. We share this feedback up to MuleSoft, but we do that in a way that we're really trying to make MuleSoft successful. And again, I think that is all shown and demonstrated in the community and with all of you all. So again, thank you all for all the collaboration and all the support.
Great points, actually, Nisha. Thank you so much for adding up those points, and we totally agree with you, because when it comes to MuleSoft, we all are one. Thank you so much, Shravan. Stage is all yours.
Okay, thank you. Thanks everyone for making it so interactive. And small introduction, like thank you Sabrina, Marshall, for joining this session. Uh, so without wasting most of the time, like we have 30 participants, guys. This is going to be at your answers you will be posting on the chat, and we will pick each of the person who answered first, and we will do a wheels of names. Okay, so this is how it goes. and it's purely non-technical, or you can say semi-technical. So don't worry about technicalities. So let's go for the first question. All right. So guess this golden hoodie who was part of keynote at MuleSoft Connect 2022. A small hint, he's in the session. Okay, I'll just copy the first names aside. Okay, most of them answered Adam Grant. Shubham, no, it's Miguel. Good. It's Miguel. So, Sham, I think you are the first person who answered the question. And yes, let's go for the second question. So, MuleSoft introduced to manage and secure API anywhere. So the answer, it shows it's a 4-letter word. Let's see who answered it. Okay. Okay, I think the appropriate answer or the right answer is given by Nilesh. It's Manager Do API. Okay, so let me put him as well on the list.
Was there a
Next.
trick on it? Wasn't like 4 characters but 4 words?
Yeah. So, yep, let's go. Okay, 4-letter word flex, but UAPI is what I was talking about. Yeah. Next, let's go with the third question. So MuleSoft introduced a new product with a new unified solution for automation and integration. Okay. People are even before reading the question. We have answers over here. They are very fast. I hope questions were not leaked.
No, they were not leaked.
Okay. So we have Halima, the first correct answer. Yes, it is RPA. Let me put her name as well. It was less than 20 seconds. Cool. Yep, you are. Most of you guys are right. It's RPA.
Was that an implementation of RPA? At the question on the screen and answer it.
Yeah, very good. All right, question 4. Name the upcoming global event that's going to be held on September 22, 2022 at San Francisco. Okay. Okay, Sham, you answered it, but you have answered already the other question, so I'm not considering your name for this question. But yeah, we have Abhishek, who answered next.
Abhishek is the ambassador, so let's
Yes,
pick.
so I'm not going to take him into count. Yes, you are right. And Halima, you have answered it already, so I'll go with
So I think
Isha.
Isha D should be the person.
Yes, you are lucky, Isha.
Oh, it's her birthday gift.
Sorry, Abhishek.
All right. So, next question, please. So, MuleSoft Connect 22 in-person event was held in how many places across the world? Okay. Okay, it's 4, 2, 3. I have all numbers, but I think Zeno, I think you are the right person who answered it right. We have it in 4 places. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. It's New York, London, Sydney, and Paris. Right? So yes, I'll go with Zaino Kedir. You have answered it first. And next question, please. We have 2 more questions left. So what anypoint platform feature help us to reuse multiple APIs in a single request? The hint is we had a battle on it during MuleSoft Connect.
War.
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 I'm surprised.
It's not.
I'm surprised Battlesnake didn't come up.
Yeah, I should answer that. Yes, let's to find it.
I think the guy who answered war has answered the answer data graph. I think because Isha, you have already taken out the correct answer, Halima. So I think I'll go with Ramakrishna. You're right, but it is not war, but the correct answer is data graph.
Do we consider the second attempt?
No.
And I believe,
You have one more question.
I
You can
believe
find out.
So Ram Krishna, right? Ram Krishna.
Yeah, Ramakrishna. Yeah.
Shravan, did you keep the prize with yourself?
No, it's a surprise. So Okay, we have one more last question. Let's go.
This
When
is
and by
two.
whom was
It's the
MuleSoft?
year and the person, right?
Yes, yes, year and the person.
Right.
Okay,
I think to win it, you have to answer both in one
both,
moment, right?
both.
Like say
You
the
can.
year and the name. Oh,
Brent
come on.
is our CEO, guys.
Come on. This cannot be that hard.
Yeah, keep thinking. Both.
Amazing question, Shravan, I would
It's
say.
in
Let
the
me Google it.
application
It's like
network.
let me Google it for you. Should I send it? Let me Google it for you.
It's in the application network class. Come on, you guys. Any application network students out there?
Daniel, can we do this? People who answer this question will be getting one gift for sure.
That's right.
Let's do it.
Come on, keep going.
Oh, yay.
Yes, someone answered finally. But you'll be on the wheels of name. It's
What's
Ross,
his
guys.
last name? Anybody know his last name?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to for the correct answer. I guess, are we allowing first name on the correct answer there? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you guys are taking too long time. I would have easily Googled. I would have got
I
answer
know,
in
right?
Okay, we have the last person, Anish. So we have 7 first answers. Okay. So now I'm going to share my screen, Daniel. Let's run the wheels of names. Okay, guys, brace yourselves. We will be having 3 lucky winners, if I'm not wrong, Danny. Right?
Yes, 3.
So I just deployed my application. I just developed a small application using MuleSoft. So let's run wheels of name. Okay, pick a mule.
Wow.
First, we do comma separated one. 1, 2. I got very less time to do this, so
Oh, this is so cool. You got to share this.
yeah. So we have 7 guys. So let me submit your names.
How
So
you are
you're
so
on.
creative? How are you so creative, Shravan?
So, I know my screen is very small. I didn't concentrate on this CSS part, but hope this helps. So let me spin. So
We
there are
should
2
give you one voucher for this.
Thank you. Goodies. I need goodies, please.
Yeah, then we will
So
recommend.
Anish, congratulations. You are lucky to have the first, voucher.
So Anish is our first winner. Anish, please send me your email ID so that we can, do the further steps for the voucher.
Yeah. And let me spin it again. Okay, it's Jainu Kedril. Sorry if I'm spelling you wrong.
Congratulations, Anish. Congratulations, Zeno. Please
And,
send me your email ID so that I can get in touch with you for the further steps.
and the last lucky winner, Sham. Congratulations, guys.
Who is the third one? Sham.
Sham Raj Prasad. Yeah. I'll stop sharing my screen. Maybe dining if you want.
Thank you so much, Shravan. Very innovative questions, and especially the spin of wheel, the customized spin of wheel.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So,
It's all
Anish,
very
Zenu, and Sham,
unconventional.
please send me your email IDs so that I can get in touch with you for the further or the future steps so that I can get a voucher for you guys.
Thank you all for joining us today. This has been a wonderful event. I do want to draw your attention. I just posted a URL in the chat for you for the next event that is up